Hi, I'm Mike Sullivan. Welcome to Guitar Tech, how to do it yourself. Hi, welcome to the Gospel Guitars channel. In this video I'm going to go over how to set up your control switch on the GR-55 guitar synthesizer. I find that so far, using the machine the little bit that I have, it's easier to get to know your way around the machine if you actually have a real purpose for digging around instead of just like trying to figure stuff out. That's when I find that you really learn how to do things. And on the screen here you see that it says acoustic guitar, piano, and church organ. This patch was acoustic guitar with church organ, and I changed the name of it to include all three instruments because they were already there. If we go into the edit mode, now this is basically the default setup that was with this patch that came on it. We have the church organ, and then it had a piano and a steel string guitar. And if you notice, I turned on the piano, and that's why I changed the name, because I wanted the piano voicing to be sounding and to have control over that. And left the church organ on. So there's basically, I got three sound modules here that I'm using. What I wanted to do was have control over all three instruments, basically either turning them on or off, but I only have one switch and one expression pedal, so I had to figure out a way to get what I wanted. So having that in mind, I needed to learn how to use the control switch. How do I set that up to turn certain things on and off? So if you use the page button from this point, and I page over past the effects over to master. Now master's already got your pedal and your GK control. And so if you hit the enter button, it takes you to this screen. Back off into I want that screen. This is your control function screen, which is the control switch on the pedal board. There are four positions that you can set for when the position is in off. In other words, the red light is turned off, you're not using the switch. You can actually set it to where certain voices or tones are actually turned on when it's off. Okay, so on mine I have it set up right now so that the tone 1, which was the church organ, I have it turned off because I don't always want the church organ. I have the piano on tone 2 turned on, and the guitar 6-string model acoustic is turned on. And that's how I basically have it set up. So when I go into that patch, I have a piano and guitar blended together, mixed. That sounds decent to my ear. Now when I turn it off, if you scroll down, you have four more settings on the bottom which take effect when you actually turn the switch on and the red light is illuminated. At that point, it basically all I'm doing is turning my church organ on. Okay, so out of the three, when the switch is off, I do not have the church organ, and when it's on, I do have the church organ. So the next thing was to figure out how to control these things as far as volume balancing. And so I had to figure out how to use the expression pedal along with the setting. And what I wound up doing is, if we can exit out of this, we can page over to up here, see where it says CTL, that's control. Now we're going to go to expression pedal. Okay, and this one should be set to tone volume. And tone, again, is referring to the tones that you have set up, the instruments that you have set up to sound. So when the pedal is being used, it is controlling the two PCM tones, which is the church organ and the piano, but it is not affecting my guitar volume. So it's only controlling the volume of the keyboard and the or the piano and the church organ. So that way, when I'm playing through the patch, I can actually go from all three instruments, because the guitar is going to sound anyway through the GK3. But when I take the pressure off of the pedal, rolling the pedal backwards will basically turn off the keyboard or piano and the church organ, and I will only have the acoustic guitar sound. Also, if I have the control button pushed, then as we see back here in the control functions, when I have that turned off, if you page back up here where it can be seen, I have it set to where the church organ is turned off, but the piano is still on. So this way I have three different instruments in three different combinations that I can use. I can have just the guitar sounding, or I can have the guitar sounding with the piano, because if I have only the piano turned on, the expression pedal controls the volume of the piano. So I can actually roll that back to where it's only the guitar, or I can start turning it up with my foot and bring in the piano. And if I really want to go crazy, I can include the church organ as well as the piano, and both of those can be controlled at the same time with the expression pedal. So that's how I've set that patch up. But in order to learn how to do these things, I had to want to do something that the machine was not doing. And so that's the best approach, I think, when it comes to using this machine, because there's so much in here. You just cannot tackle this thing all at one time. But as you develop what you want to do with certain patches, find patches that are close to what you're looking for. And the acoustic guitar with the church organ was close to what I was wanting. But when I seen the piano tone was on tone 2 but was not turned on, when I found it in there, I was like, yeah, I want the piano too. I want to be able to turn that on and off, and I want to be able to control the volume, because the volume was only controlling, I think it was controlling everything. The guitar and the piano would go up and down. And I'm like, well, I don't want that. I want the guitar to keep sounding, but I want control of the volume. So it's kind of like you're doing a mix live between the piano and the guitar. You don't want the piano unbearably loud, and church organ can get really loud, and so it can be overbearing and drown everything else out. So that's how you go about setting up your control button and or switch, and your expression pedal is on these first two boards right here, and you get through those with your page left and right on your floorboard. And so that's a real quick sample of what you can do. As you can see, there's 8 settings for your control for which instruments you want to turn on and which ones you want to turn off, of 4 different sources. So you can get pretty slick with your combinations here. You could switch between, for example, a guitar and a piano. I'm doing that all in one patch, but the guitar is always there. I could actually go in here and turn off the modeling tone right here and turn that off, so when I hit the switch I only get the piano. So now I can switch between 2 instruments, playing piano with a church organ, or just playing the piano alone and never playing the guitar at all. So I find the control switch that's going to be very versatile, since it does have all of these different approaches to using it. And on doesn't always mean on, and off doesn't always mean off. It's just 2 states of the control switch, and you can utilize that to your advantage. So I hope that helps you out if you're just starting out with this thing. Those two biggies for me was the expression pedal and the control button, to try to get into those as quick as possible and learn what I can set up with those. And as you can see, there's a whole lot of more areas up here to explore, and more videos coming. So don't forget to subscribe and share and like the videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good one now. Well, thanks for watching, and see you next time on Guitar Tech, how to do it yourself.